So someone asked me if I could explain more about that I amness, and I told her that I don't really like to call it the I amness because the mind likes to have new definitions for itself. So because maybe you had a glimpse of your true self, and then the mind comes and says, I found the I am. And now it's just walking around in the street saying, I'm the I am. Or I am anatta. Anatta means not self. But then the mind says, I am that. So that's really not the goal. So, by the way, it's too hot today. It's not even funny. But I just want you to explore the real thing that I mean. It's not a thing. It's if you would just wait until your next thought arrives or arises. You can even pause the video and just wait until a thought arises, and then just see how it came completely effortlessly, and you didn't do anything to think it. It just came, and it disappears into the same nothingness that it came out of. And you are the one that noticed how it came and how it disappears. And you can pause the video and try it. Like just like the voice is appearing out of nothing and then it's disappearing. And there's an awareness that was there before I spoke, and it's still there when I speak, and it's still there when I'm not speaking anymore. And when you would just sit down and just be the observer, you'll notice that this observer doesn't care about names. It doesn't care about life or death or sleep or waking time or good or evil. It doesn't care. Because why? Because it's totally at peace. If you would be totally at peace, you wouldn't care about how good you feel or how to improve. Or if you're totally at peace, you wouldn't care about self-improvement, stuff like that. You would just be, you just are. And you'll notice that this awareness was always here, and it doesn't care about if it's a presence or an awareness, or if it's not an awareness, or if it's not a presence, or if it's dead or alive, if it's and don't believe me, just see for yourself. Is the one that is watching all the appearances, does that one care about the appearances? Does that one really want to eliminate an ego? There's no ego. There's actually just your thoughts arising out of nowhere. And it's like an algorithm when you're on social media and you buy into the things that are suggested to you, and you click on them, it will just show you more of the same things. So and the reason why it's so addicting is because that's already how the mind works. When there's a thought arising, maybe about just something that is seemingly interesting or familiar to you or the mind or the thought itself, then you buy into that, you log into that thought, and there is a whole movie, and now you can think for 10 minutes or an hour about something, and now you find yourself completely stressed out. And it's a kind of a choice if you want to give in to the thought or not. If the thoughts arise anyway, you cannot eliminate it completely, but you can just recognize who is wearing this mask and just be here. And right now this body is talking, but I am the thing that is behind it, that the thing in which everything appears is just watching the body talk. So I'm not really feeling as if I'm recording a video, but I am. But something is recording a video. But the thing that I want you to notice is the thing that is just still and at peace right now. And it's watching this body watching a video. It's watching your body watching a video. And the same thing is watching this body making a video. So if you don't log into the thought stream, you'll notice that stillness is here. Don't have to attain it through thinking or finding out or seeking. It's already here. But it's is it called obscured? Maybe it's obscured by thoughts. When you're thinking and you really start, there's an illusion that you are the thinker and you are in the story and you are the true piece is obscured. Is that even the real word? Distorted is also a way to describe it. But yeah, what you find out is that when you want to find your true self and you cannot find it, you can just find appearances. Like if there's a bird in the sky, it doesn't mean that I am that bird. That's obvious. But what believes that it is the thought that appears? It's just like a bird. Right? So it comes and it goes. How can that be you? And that body changes, comes and it goes. How can that be you? You know, the video ends at some point and it's not you. So something is aware of everything, right? So it must be that presence, or let's not, I don't like, please do not give it a name, or you can if you want to, but just be aware of the fact that the mind likes to take it and then believe that it is that. If you're gonna find yourself walking around thinking, I am the presence, who is watching the thought? That's the one. But let's just give it a name. The presence, in which everything arises. That must be you. You must be the presence in which everything arises, because, and what does that mean? It's not like a bubble, an invisible bubble in which everything appears. Imagine yourself being in space and you look into the infinite distance. Yeah, the infinite distance is also appearing in what you are. So the illusion of limitation is truly just an illusion, and you are truly not finite. But the mind doesn't get that. It doesn't understand, because the mind wants to attain enlightenment, because it thinks that when it attains enlightenment, it can finally feel immortal, because it's afraid of death. But the way out is to actually show the mind that it is already dead, so it doesn't have to attain some sort of immortality. It was never born, and the mind doesn't exist actually. The only thing that is really real is the one that was never born, so it can never die. And I think that's it. So you can call it the I amness, yeah, for sure, but just be aware of the thought that says I am. Alright? Because you're not that thought, just like you're not that bird. You're not your home. You're the whole picture. You are the thing in which everything arises. So basically you are listening to yourself, yeah. It's self-talk. I'm not making a video for you. I'm making a video for myself. Because there's only one self, and you cannot find that self. That's why it's called a no-self sometimes. It's a mystery. Someone else asked me what clicked for me. I think I'm gonna answer that too. Nothing clicked for me, and I'm not in an extraordinary state of peace or bliss all the time. The character here is the same character, but the character was seeking for a truth, for validation, for some substance that would satiate the hunger. It never found anything, so it starved. The character was trying to meditate until peace actually arose, but then it was also fleeting. And I had tarot card readings. I was trying to, be spiritual or egoic or materialistic or buy things, earn money. It's like the mind is a train and it wants to arrive at the final destination, because it thinks that when it arrives there, it's gonna finally be at peace, and it's gonna finally be still. It's gonna finally, be able to relax. But there's no destination, and why does the mind even want to have a destination? It's because it gets tired, because it's using all of that fuel. And the trick is not to find a destination in order to stop fueling the train. You just have to stop fueling the train by watching the thoughts and not identifying with them. And that's how that's how the true self arises, and it's everything. There's no destination. And it's not that something clicked and now I got it. It's more that everything stopped. And it's like death arrived. But there's a realization that the only thing that can ever stop is something that isn't true. So I'm in the middle of an empty desert. The mind doesn't like it, but it's exactly what I want. It's a paradox. And there's also a paradox that you might think, or the mind thinks, that when I stop, when I'm not chasing something, chasing a goal, chasing a truth, all of a sudden I'm not gonna be able to live. But the thing is, it is a very weird thing. Somehow abundance comes into being. There's like, as soon as there's no longer this desperate energy of I want to find the truth, how to manifest, how to do this, how to blah 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 blah. There's like a I don't give a shit energy. And all of a sudden there's abundance seeking me on this character level. Yeah. So nothing clicked. I gave up that. I wanted it to click so bad, but I gave it up. And then something happened. Seemingly only. It's not really that nothing happened really. But it's just, it's a mystery. Yeah. But now your mind might say, then I have to keep looking, keep seeking. No, just watch the mind. Like the mind wants to create a persona, because when people are always talking of the personality. Personality means persona, persona means mask. So why do you care about a mask? Who's wearing the mask? Look at that one and you won't find anything. So if you, personality, want to attain some truth or go find anything, watch that. Don't try to dream a better dream. If you want to dream a better dream, do it. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you want to wake up, even ask or even look, who wants to wake up? Who's thinking that thought, I want to wake up, I want to watch videos about waking up? Who's thinking that thought? Who wants to wake up? Because the one wearing the mask doesn't exist. It doesn't care about sleeping or waking up, or it doesn't care about life or death. It's totally at peace, but it's not the peace that the mind wants to have, because the mind has an image of what peace should feel like. It's not like that. Sometimes it can arise or appear like that kind of peace, but that's transient. The mind wants to have a practice. There's not really a practice, but you can just try that one. Just sit down or lay down or and just close your eyes and watch. Watch even the watching. Just like right now, you are aware of my voice, and you're also aware of the opinion that your mind has of this video. There's most of the time the mind, when it's watching a video or watching someone talk, and the mind is automatically forming an opinion, and you can also watch that opinion because you think that's you, and it's not you. You can watch that opinion. There's something behind it. But that's also a lie. It's not really behind it. It's you. It is so close to you that you cannot see it. And then when you have found it, when you can... It's really hard to talk about it. That's also a lie. You cannot find it because you are it. But when you know what I'm talking about and you feel like, aha, this is it. From this point on, you can integrate it. It feels like integration. It's like, I was never really born. I'm not really in this world. It just looks like that. It's like you wake up and to the fact that you're in real life, you're having a VR headset on, and you forgot that you're just playing a game, and in reality you're in a completely different dimension. Now you're here, you look around, and yeah, there are feelings, but you know they are just it's just part of the game. But also these thoughts, they're here, but you're just experiencing this character, but it's not you. Please, that's not a belief. Do not accept or deny what I say. Just see for yourself. Alright? Because if I wouldn't have seen this for myself, I wouldn't have believed it. The first time I saw a non-dual talk, I was like, what a ton of bullshit. It was unbelievable. It's like he said, nothing is real, nothing exists, nothing is here. I was like, what? But then I found out who's the one denying that, who's the one accepting that, who's the one that tries to say that it's actually not true, or who's the one that tries to say that it is true. Then I observed that voice, and the first time in my life I felt like I was watching myself. But it was weird, because who am I that I can watch myself? Doesn't make any sense. So, and then what you might call awakening happened, but nothing changed. Yeah, I think that's it for today. If you like this video, give it a like, leave a comment, subscribe, have a great day.